Hey guys, a very good morning to you all who are watching us. My good name is Trudy Kitui, the queen of online media, and I'm here with Jackie Ogaga from Obina TV. And with us we have MCSK CEO himself, Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, and our able bishop, our chairman, MEMA Awards, Bishop Obonyo. Karibuni sana, and thank you so much for having us here. So we are here because of MEMA Awards. First of all, wacha tuanze na Daktari. He will take us through, then ata introduce Bishop. Karibu sana Daktari.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me just say that I'm grateful to be here with the national chairman of the Myogenic Excellent Music Awards, MEMA, Bishop John Obonyo, a visionary leader, and we are so happy to have him as our chairman. Bishop has been supporting a lot of musicians. He was not just picked because he's a bishop. There are many bishops in Kenya, and we are grateful to all of them who support musicians, but this one is exceptional. We've been to meetings where artists have lost their loved ones, or they have died and they are bills in the hospital, or we are planning the burials. And I started noticing every time I'm attending these meetings, Bishop is there. Even when we are doing fundraiser on WhatsApp groups, Bishop is giving 20,000, 10,000. And I realized he loved artists. And so for him to end up being our chairman at the MEMA Awards is a great thing. And Bishop, want to tell you how grateful we are and how honored we are to have you serve with us and guide us as our chairman. So, Myogenic Excellent Music Award, MEMA, is a platform. It's not really an award because there will be no judges to determine vocals or the quality of this song or which one is a hit. The determination on whether this is a good song and whether you have won will be determined by the fan base, the consumers of your music, your fans. And a lot of fans who love these artists have been showing this love, mostly when they die. We saw what happened when we lost Betty Mbayo. The tremendous outpouring of sympathy and love. But that also is a challenge right there, that we show love to people when they die. There are artists suffer in silence, some of them into depression, some of them in the hospital and they have nobody to pay their bills. But when they die, especially if they are celebrities, then you saw what happened during that unfortunate. We were, of course, happy that there was outpouring show of love. But we have been thinking about others who may not get that kind of support. And we thought of coming up with an award, a platform that is going to drive the entire ecosystem of music, from the singers to authors to publishers to producers, arrangers of music, to radio stations, TV stations, clubs that play music, churches, the DJs, people who host radio and TV shows, people in the digital space, even TikTokers. And we thought if we can unify that and bring investors and our diaspora community and our international partners together, then we can establish a platform that is going to benefit our artists while they are alive, not when they die. The challenge has been we show love when people die, but we want to change that paradigm and show love to people while they live. Show them support, let them live well, because musicians are very important for our society. And therefore, we have unified this ecosystem through Myogenic Excellent Music Award by organizing an award that is based on fan voting system, where it is your fans who are going to vote for you, where it is the people who love you who are going to vote for you, where it is the people who listen to your music. And there are so many people, by the way, who love these artists, but the artists themselves may not know until when there is an occasion. And death has been the defining factor to show love. We are saying no. That cannot be the way to support our artists when they die. Can we support them while they are alive? Can we show them love? So we are saying to those people, fans in the clubs, where a band is playing, and nasema wakimaliza kuimba wapewe. Wapewe mezinga. Bale ya mezinga, please vote for them. MEMA Awards is launching on 2nd of May, 2026 at the Villa Rosa Kempinski. It's going to run for 6 months. So from 2nd of May, once the system goes live, we are asking people to vote. A vote is 100 shillings. And now some people are saying that is too high. No, it's because of what we want to achieve. We are not just looking for 10 shillings and so on, just for fun. We are looking for a system where our artists can be able to set up a circle. They can start an insurance cover. They can be able to have international connections that will improve their exposure and give them opportunities for collaboration. but more importantly, we want to set up a creative arts center that belongs to the artists. So hii ni kama sisi kwa sisi, and we're involving everybody, all genres of music, like I said, unless your music is blasphemous or against the Constitution of Kenya, we are saying you are qualified. If your artwork is related to music, or you are a player in the music ecosystem, and that's why I've said including clubs that play music, we have identified 4 sectors that really are critical in terms of music consumption. And I think the key, can you pause? Myogenic is supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be here. Yes.
Mzazi.
Na mzazi bwana, mzazi.
Yeah, you can take the oath before the lawyer goes.
No, let's finish the interview. Karibu mzazi. Yeah. So let me just finish this. These are the pioneers of this. Actually, even before I joined, the Mzazi and the Myogenic have been doing great work with the myogenic movement. So I just joined and reshaped it, and then thinking together, we established the framework, which is driven by ICT. So we identified 4 major critical areas that consume music, and that's where the fan base is. One of them is the broadcasting stations. I think they lead in terms of consuming music. So all these TV, radio shows, including the digital media platforms, they ride on music. They cannot survive without music. And we are going to be involving them in this to ensure that they drive the success of MEMA. Number 2 is the churches. Churches are number 2 in terms of consumption. In fact, they compete even with the media houses.
Yeah, true.
A lot of music is played in churches. And we're asking the bishops to go and sell this message to all the churches. Their choirs and worship teams in churches who are not on payroll, and they cannot be put on payroll because it's not possible, practically speaking. But here through MEMA, a church with 10,000 members, a church with 20,000 members, if a person is nominated from that church, they can galvanize support and vote, and a vote is 100 shillings. So if you get to the tune of 200,000, which is our target really for the top artists, that means you have raised 20 million, and 5 million already belongs to that group, whether they win or not. The top award will be 5 million plus a car, then the second will be 3 million, then the third runners-up will be 2 million. But you can imagine the power of the church, the numbers in the church, the choirs that sing in the church, the praise and worship teams, and how much they're loved by those churches. So through the church and through the bishops, we're asking them to vote. Number 3, we established the entertainment joints. Clubs, bars, restaurants, they play a lot of music, and they cannot survive without music. So we are also inviting them. And then I think 4th is the public service transport sector, PSVs, public service PSVs, vehicles.
Yes.
Yeah? Even Ubers, even matatus. We are involving Ghanaians. We want popular ones that are popular with the youth. The moods of this world, and I saw a new one.
Yes.
We want them to support because they play music. We want them to support, and they can also be nominated because of the support they give. In fact, there are clubs that we are honoring already, and we are seeing they are already ahead because of the level of support they give to artists. They give our musicians opportunity to perform in those clubs, and they pay them. Particularly in Mount Kenya, I know that has really picked very well. And I know there are artists like Nasamindo and others who, one performance, even on a Monday, they get not less than 100,000. Yeah. So we recognize them as a part of this ecosystem. So we are saying unifying that plus companies, organizations, private sector that invest in music, we are able to build a strong network where we can be able to celebrate our artists. The idea is to ensure that there is a structured way of doing it. You see, most awards don't give money. People vote and still use money and end up with a trophy. And there is no accountability. I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm just saying it's not sustainable when I'm just getting a trophy. It's good to be recognized and to be celebrated and to have a certificate, but money is the business of life. So we are looking, this award, MEMA, is not just an award. It is a platform that is looking at the business of music. Where is the money? And we are saying the money is the consumer, and we are targeting the consumer. Yes.
Wow. Let's hear from Bishop, then Myogenic,
Yes,
then
sure.
Mzazi will finish. Bishop,
Yes.
how do you feel being part of this amazing MEMA project that is ongoing right now?
First of all, I want to appreciate God for the opportunity. Secondly, I want to say how I feel. I feel privileged that I'm in this space. And I feel that the time has come for us to honor the artists My history with the artists dates back to the time when I was still a young man. I used to love dancing, going to discos and stuff like that. I don't do that anymore. I do it in church now. But we had so many popular musicians back then, like the late Dr. Kolela Maze. We had people like Kakai Kilonzo. Their end was worse than their beginning because there was nothing to show. Their families were left devastated. People are still singing their music.
Yeah.
And so MEMA coming in is to package the artists and give them a worth for their music and for their talents. And so I want to say this is a very good opportunity for us in East Africa to package our musicians. We have platforms like the media. Mzazi is doing a very tremendous work. But now with that platform, we give them worth of their sweat by giving back to them while they are still alive. Not just celebrating them on the day of their burial, but celebrating them while they are still alive, so that their children can also admire and feel like they can be artists, they can sing, they can use their talents to worship. And also we have also a trend in our country where you see a very great talent manifesting either in church or in society in some areas. But then all of a sudden this artist disappears, moves from Kenya to another country looking for greener pastures. Yet the talent is there. And when you follow them in places where they go, sometimes I go preach outside of the country. One time I was served tea by a very talented young man who is doing menial jobs outside of the country. Then I asked him, why are you here? He said, music is not paying. Back in Kenya, it's not paying. And even comedy is not paying. But now this space is going to give them excitement and also give back to them. So I'm very happy to be in this space and also to be the chairman in MEMA. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bishop. Majenic himself.
Speaking.
Karibu sana. Yeah, so you
Speak now.
Yeah, speak now. It's your time to speak.
I will do it loud and clear. Yes. Thank you so much for coming, media. I really appreciate what you guys do. And these are the kind of talent that we want to support and nurture and make sure that you guys go on another level.
Okay, Majenic, I know you have an idea of this and you really wanted this to happen when you came from US to Kenya. You've really supported talents. And when you see this MEMA coming to what you wanted to, how do you feel? And maybe what can you tell people who are watching you right now, and they're also the creatives, artists, to be precise?
I feel that God has really made it possible.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I had the idea, but you cannot build the boat alone.
Yeah.
Just like Noah, he invited all the king's men to help him build the boat. I want to thank personally Dr. Ezekiel Mutua for taking the lead and mentoring and ensuring that MEMA has now brought what we call a structure and the sustainability of what I've been dreaming to do. And also don't forget about Mzazi William Tuva, who actually, when I landed in the country, I sold him the idea. He left office and he said, Myogenic, we are going to do this together. I want to thank Mzazi William Tuva for making everything possible to make sure that we are on this juncture. And even the chairman who just spoke before me, I mean, you cannot, get those people on board if it was not by God's voice. So I want to thank every single director who has just taken an oath today. And I believe that today is going to set a very good foundation for us to go forward.
Wow. Yes. Thank you. So you have a question? Oh, Mzazi. Thank you so much, Solomon. Myogenic. So you've already spoken. Mzazi William Tuva.
Yes.
I know you've raised so many artists in our country and outside. And when you see MEMA, what comes in your mind and how do you feel being part of it as well?
First of all, I'm so grateful to be among these honorable men. Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, for the longest time I'm a kuwa akisupport talanta na mziki mzuri. Unajua chairman wetu, asante sana. Myogenic himself ni mtu ambaye anakuwa na ndoto ya kusupport na roho ya kuweza kusupport. So for so many years I've been supporting artists, I've been supporting talent. Nimelea wasanii wengi sana. Hapa nchini Kenya wapo wasanii wengi ambao walikuwa chini, nikawapatia platform, wakaweza kutengeneza jina. Lakini sasa hivi baada ya kutengeneza jina, swali kubwa ni je, jina lako linakulisha, linakupa pesa? Unajua kuna wengi sana. Juzi nilikuwa nakaa na msanii mmoja ananiambia, mzazi, yani jina nalo, ngoma zina hit, lakini sina pesa. Nitumie kitu. Unajua? Lakini sasa hivi hii ni platform, MEMA ni platform ambayo ipo kwa ajili ya we shabiki. If you love these artists, if you love their music, show your love by supporting them. Your support is through the vote, and the vote in form of money, percentage kubwa inaenda bado kwa msanii. Na ukitaka msanii atoe mziki mzuri, msupport financially ndio aweze kuingia studio atoe mziki mzuri. Ni changamoto pia kwa wasanii, for you to be nominated lazima uwe na good music. So wasanii jitahidini, toeni mziki mzuri ili muweze kuingia kwenye MEMA, kwa sababu MEMA inautakia mema. Unajua lengo ni kuweza support talanta financially na pia kuwafanya wasanii wawe na mwamko mpya. Yes.
Asante sana. Daktari, swali la mwisho kwako tukimaliza. Najua watu wangependa kujua maybe mnaangalia nini before you nominate. What are you looking for kwa msanii labda before mpatie hiyo?
Actually sio sisi tuna nominate, ni fans. Fans. So tumetumia survey kuonyesha ni muziki gani inavuma saa hii. Tumeangalia from legends also, tukapata ni ma legends gani ambao wamekuwa. Umesikia chairman akiwataja baadhi ya wale walikuwa zamani, miaka ya kale. Juzi tulimzika Teddy Kalanda ambaye alitunga yule wimbo wa Jambo Bwana ambao unaimbwa ni kama national anthem, Jambo Bwana. Sasa aliaga dunia, tukaenda kumzika kule Kilifi. Ilikuwa tu mazishi ya kawaida. Jamaa kama yule, dunia zingine ama nchi zingine ingekuwa ni mambo ya ajabu sana, kwa maana mtu ambaye amechangia kuleta hiyo nyimbo, utamu wa nyimbo, kukuza nchi yetu. Sasa watu wanajua Kenya na hiyo wimbo ya Jambo Bwana. Hata watalii wengi sana wamewahi kuja nchini kwa ajili ya Jambo Bwana. Ukiangalia bendi kama hiyo ya Them Mushrooms, ambayo imepita inaelekea miaka 60 ikiwa katika hii sekta ya nyimbo. Au ni watu wanatakiwa kuwa matajiri sana, kwa maana wamejiweka vizuri, nyimbo zao zinapendeza. Mzazi Wilituva huyu kwa platform ambazo wamepatia wasanii na hata katika kipindi ambacho anaendesha. In other countries this will be something different. So the issue has been, what is the problem with our industry? Where is the money? How come Hollywood was able to become a billion-dollar sector and even reach the point of shaping the ideology of America as a superpower, just using their movies and their music? And the awards like this, by the way, this is what determined. This is where even the black Americans like Will Smith and others were discovered and became famous globally. And they are some of the wealthiest. The beauty with music and with the creativity, it breaks the barriers of race, color, creed, religion. And so we are bringing a platform that will celebrate all these people. From the young Gen Zs, I was very happy to see among the nominees is bonge la surprise. They are young people, wapendwa muziki, na kuna wengine wengi. So you can see it's an entire ecosystem. Like I've told you, hata kuna clubs za pombe, lakini zimechaguliwa kwa maana zinapatia wasanii nafasi. Wanaendanga huko wanatumbuiza, bendi zinaenda huko, zinaimba na zinalipwa. So they are creating jobs. But the problem has been the lack of structure that can unite them. And I've always said, when you leave everything to the government, it doesn't work that way. Hollywood was not built by the government. Nollywood in Nigeria was not built by the government. In Tanzania, people like in Diamond, it's not because of government. So it is their own talent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means this project is non-governmental project.
It is, of course, we will work with government agencies. We are inviting county governments and state parastatals and everybody. But this is by the artists themselves. What we have done, this is not actually mine, Solomon and Mzazi. We have only came together, put our resources, and established a platform. Then we said we don't want to run it ourselves. We want credible people who are respected in this country, our fathers of faith. And that's why we went for Bishop Obonyo, because if you look at it, church contributes 70% of the music that is played. In fact, even the secular musicians came from church. So we thought getting the leadership of the church to lead this would be a good thing. So getting people like our chairman here, Bishop Jonah Obonyo, and then having a governing council at the apex that is led by the late Bishop Kathy Kiuna, with a council of credible people, lawyers, artists like Steve Nambwa. Is it Nambwa? The guy who was in Tusker Project fame many years ago. I saw he's also a member of that council. We opened it up to the private sector. And this is also what we did. Ourselves, the three of us ran the company. But we said, no, let's open it, the shares, to everybody. And most of the shares have been bought by the private sector. So far, 62%, I think. And we're opening up. We are saying, let the private sector drive it. The system, the ICT system, belongs to us. And we have signed a contract. We own it. I think the data eventually will belong to Myogenic. Everything will be done through that platform. It's a very transparent platform that you can download on your phone. But we are saying in terms of management, in terms of driving this vision, is bigger than Mzazi Willy Tuva, than Ezekiel Mutua, than Solomon Oboto. We have involved a board that has taken an oath of office today. Unlike many other awards, and this is not just another award, this is a platform for musicians to own, and we're inviting them to own. We are not making it just gospel, so don't mistake it for just gospel music because of the church. We are saying it is open to every sector, the entire ecosystem of music, all genres of music, provided, like I said, the music does not blaspheme, because we are people of faith. Kenya upholds faith, both Christian faith, Hindu, Islam, and so on. If the music does not degrade women, if the music does not promote war, it does not promote drugs or terrorism, any content that is inspirational, any content that includes creativity, whether it is secular or gospel, is welcome. And we are going to ensure that the fans have the final say. So the top award is 5 million, like I said. Then milioni 3 kwa wapili, na watatu atakuwa na milioni 2. Yule wa kwanza atakuwa na milioni 5 na ngari. Na wale 10 watakaoimbuka washindi kwa ajili ya kura, in terms of the votes they will get, wote watakwenda safari kule UK na Marekani. Tutawasaidia kutengeneza passports na visa na kila kitu, tuhakikishe kwamba wanaweza enda kule. Wakienda sio kwenda tu kuzurura, they are not just going for a tour, they are going for organized events by the diaspora and the international community. They will go and meet the global recording labels, the biggest, and they'll be able to get exposure and collaboration. When they go there, will be performing and they will be making money. So these are the kind of things we want to be doing year in, year out. And I believe in the next 5 years, according to our strategic plan, we are going to establish a creative arts center, one-stop shop for music recording, editing, and all that, state-of-art studios, where we can improve the quality of our music. Then we'll start an insurance cover, a health cover for our artists, and then we're going to have a music circle. What else? And then final rights. Hiyo tu tumesema na Bishop. Because Bishop amekuwa akichangia tu, hao wasanii wakiwa na shida, wakiaga dunia, Harambe, na is there, then going to the ground to bury them. We want to have a platform where we are sure, because we are human, so death is part of life, and when that happens, God forbid, but when it happens, then our artists are not buried in shame. That is not the moment to say changia serikali saidia. We are going to be able to do something. I am asking everybody to believe in this dream. All the naysayers, because watu wanasema kumekuwa award nyingi, hii sio award nyingine, hii sio award, hii ni yako. Just come and become. That's how Nollywood in Nigeria, through unity of the artists themselves. Ilikuwa watu ukipirate music ya Nigerian, hata unaweza chomwa. I'm not saying to chome, but they were so united that they fought piracy and copyright infringement, and now they have built a real economy that the second highest contributor to the GDP of Nigeria. Tena wametu influence hapa Kenya, mpaka unapata watu wanaitwa Ogaobina, unadhania ni Mnigeria. Huyo ndugu yetu ni Mkenya, lakini using that brand, unaona vile amekuwa mkubwa, is an influencer. Ati Dr. Ofuenike. Hapa tunatumianga na majina ya Nigeria, unasikia Ogao, Igwe, Chineke. All those kind of things. That is the power of soft diplomacy that comes through music and through art. And Nigeria has used it exemplarily well to promote their culture, to the extent that we play more Nigerian music in our churches, we watch Nigerian films, and we are consuming Nigerian content. not a bad thing, it's a very good thing. And then last but not least, we are saying the East African region, because we are involving, MEMA is about 6 countries. We are saying combined, we have over 200 million Swahili speakers. Swahili is the as the lingua franca of Africa, and the AU has recognized that. South Africa is speaking. In fact, Julius Malema is really promoting the use of Swahili as the lingua franca of Africa. We are saying we can now use that as a leverage to promote our art through Swahili, and this works very well. So you've seen in our board, although we have a Mzungu, she speaks Kiswahili. Yeah. That was one of the qualifications. Ukijapa uongee lugha yetu, na tukampenda sana, she's part of the board. So this is what we are going to do. We invite everybody, become part of MEMA, check us online, MEMA, all the platforms, we are available. And we have not even launched. So you'll be seeing this and a lot of noise and a lot of publicity and marketing around it. We are going to have road shows, road tours in counties, in churches, meetings with the corporate sector. We are going to be in the marketplaces, meeting with the fan bases and introducing our artists and the contestants from those areas and pleading for the fans to vote for them. So this is going to be big. Anyone who reaches the target of 200,000 votes, they are assured of the international trips, and they are assured of 5 million. So we want to work together. Hii ni sisi kwa sisi. Asanteni.
Asante sana.
Right.